What's up, everybody? Ty Bartellin with another edition of Player Profile. This time we head into our friends over the Boardman Spartans baseball team. Caden Mayhew, one of the seniors, joining me today. Caden, how we doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you? Thank you for having me here.
No problem, man. Thank you for joining us, and it's got to be exciting for you. I know that the days are counting down now until opening day. What kind of excitement do you have going into the one of the final sports seasons now of the year for you?
We're all very excited to get started. We have a scrimmage today, ready to get out there and show people what we can do.
What do you look at with this team too, and taking that step of being a leader on this team too? What do you see from your guys too, and what are you gonna look to instill with them being one of their leaders?
I think we have a lot of experience returning from last year. A lot of juniors that played last year and some sophomores. So we're ready to get out there and show them.
Let's talk about when this baseball journey kind of began for you. Let's go back to that first chapter. What are some of your earliest memories? When do you first remember getting involved with the sport?
I think I was probably like 6 years old when I first started playing baseball, and the first position I played was catcher. And I remember the one time this kid hit a foul ball and I caught it barehanded. And I think that's when I knew that I wanted to play catcher.
What when you talk about it, what kind of kept you in it all these years, though? I mean, every year you got that decision of do you come back to it? What's kept you in and year out?
Probably the family support I have and the friends that are around me and the team too. The team is a big part in why I keep playing baseball.
And you mentioned your experience behind the dish, but if I'm not mistaken, you have experience pretty much everywhere. You could play infield, you could play outfield, you could do it all too. What kind of work went into just developing yourself to be a kind of versatile do all player?
I think just coaches putting me in the positions and trying it out. And I guess I kind of excelled in some of the other positions, not just catcher too.
What's one of the toughest ones to kind of pick up and learn?
Probably catcher because it's everything goes through. You have to like you can see the whole field. You have to know what to do with the ball when you get it and all the signs.
I know it's an underrated position because it's one of those thankless positions, but what in your view is an underrated part of playing catcher?
Probably I don't even know. Everything is underrated about it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes into catching that you have to know.
When you talk about how you developed yourself to be a good defensive catcher too, what was some of the things that you had to work on from a younger age and that you're kind of proud of in developing?
Definitely my blocking and my arm strength to get the ball to second and all the other bases to throw runners out.
When you look at all the work you've put into and what skills you have, what's something you wish if you could go back and maybe tell middle school Caden Mayhew about developing himself as a catcher? What's some advice you'd give to him?
You always have to work hard and work on it every day. Catching is just you don't pick it up in one day. It has to be a continue everyday thing.
Let's talk about this season too, going into senior year too. I know you were also a member on the basketball team. How is this feeling like for you now? Because this is the final sports season, spring sports season. How is that feeling like for you that you guys are going to be putting a bow on it?
It feels great. This baseball season is kind of like basketball. New coach, uh, new vibe around the team, and we're excited.
I know you know this conference is a competitive one year in and year out. You really never know who's going to win any given game. That's how good the baseball is throughout. What do you guys see, and how hungry are you guys to try to claim a conference crown this season?
We're very hungry. I think we are one of the best teams in the conference. Obviously, the coaches are very excited. They have a lot of confidence in us to go out there and win the conference.
What's kind of exciting about the new coaching staff too? What have you kind of picked up on and what they're trying to instill with you guys?
Um, no, Coach Lendeck, he's been coaching me since seventh grade basketball, so I've kind of been around him since seventh grade, and Coach May, he does a great job as the pitching coach, and Coach Lendeck's dad came back this year to be with him as a coach. So they're all great coaches and great people.
In your opinion, what do you think makes a good coach?
The connection he has with his players, and yeah, the connection he has with his players and how he communicates with them.
You talk about yourself as a player too, going into senior year. What were some of the things you wanted to develop in yourself to put it all together for your final campaign?
Probably work on my hitting a little bit more. I'm not the biggest kid, the strongest kid, but just putting the bat on the ball, making the defense make plays, using my speed to my advantage.
Throughout your entire baseball career, what's some of the best advice that you've been given by a coach, teammate, parent,
Uh,
maybe?
Probably to focus on the next play. You know, if you make an error, doesn't matter, move on to the next play. And if you want the ball to get hit to you, so you can make that play.
In saying that too, when you are going through maybe a slump or you're going through a down stretch too, that the sport provides, how do you kind of balance that out too? How do you battle through it and overcome?
Just stay positive. You know, just focus on the next thing. Baseball is it's all mental. You know, you strike out one time, you go into the dugout, and next at bat, tell yourself you're going to get a hit.
When you talk about the facilities you guys get to play and you guys always top notch too, and I mean where you guys play baseball, what is that like to be able to play in such great facilities, and what is it like to have great community support that comes out for you guys?
It's great. We saw it during basketball season. You know, when we have success, people are gonna come out, come watch us, and cheer us on.
For those of people that may not have seen you play on the diamond, give some words, maybe a phrase that kind of describes your play style and what they can expect.
Probably just energetic, utility guy. You know, you put me anywhere, I'm probably gonna make a play.
What when you kind of going into senior year too, was it a development process for you to kind of find your voice to be a vocal leader? Because it seems like when I saw you on the basketball court, you were a little bit more on that too, and I assume you're going to be a much more on the baseball field with the position you play as well. Did that take development to get that voice, or was that kind of natural for you to have that leadership voice?
Yeah, of course. Always going back to like my sophomore year as a young guy, learning from the seniors and how they led. I just kind of I learned from that and tried to put it into my own leadership role.
When you talk about freshman year to now, what's the thing you've grown in most, do you think?
Probably just everything. You know, becoming a better baseball player, but being around these coaches and making me a better person is one thing that really stuck with me.
All right, I've been doing all kinds of rapid fire questions with baseball and softball players this season. I want to do a round with you. You ready?
Yep.
All right. What's going to be the walk up song this season?
Tweaker by Leangelo Ball.
I love it. When we talk about in terms of customization, if you could customize a bat to have any look you want, I've heard lightsabers, I've heard pencils. What would the custom bat look like?
Lightsaber would be pretty cool, you know, have it all neon green with the lightsaber handle. I think that's probably a pretty good one to have.
I know Boardman has so many food options up and down the strip too. So, what's your favorite place to go and eat after a big win?
Chipotle, you know, they got the best food there.
What's the most memorable game you've ever played in?
Um 12U district championship, Mason the Rocky hit a walk-off grand slam to win the championship.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's one of those that'll stick with you for life,
Oh,
no doubt.
forever, forever.
What's your favorite drill that you've done during practice? It can't even. It doesn't even have to be this year. It could be throughout your baseball career. Which one of your favorite drills?
I like doing 21 outs. We have to get 21 outs in a row to get off the field.
All right, I like that one. I like that one a lot too. I think you're the first one that said that one too.
Yeah.
That's a good one too. I haven't heard that one in a while. Do you have any kind of superstitions or rituals before the game?
I have to put my catcher's gear on the same way every time.
Okay. So
Every
is there
time
like
I
a
go out there.
process? Is it legs first? Are you going to bottom
It's
to top or
it's my left leg first, my right leg, headband, chest protector, mask, glove.
do you know if you don't do it in order or is it just second nature to you?
It's just second nature. I just have done it for so long.
What's your favorite baseball movie?
Sandlot,
Okay,
classic.
that's a good one, no doubt.
Yeah.
If they were gonna make a baseball movie on the Boardman Spartans, who's playing Cade Mayhew?
Oh my gosh, I don't even. I've never thought about that one before.
Explain your uniform number choice and why you picked it.
18. That was the Neil Walker. He was a second baseman. He was my favorite player forever, and it's just that started probably when I was 8 years old,
Pi
18, and all the way up until now.
Pirates fan, then I'm assuming.
Yes, yes.
What's your dream stadium to play in? Would it be PNC Park or do you have another choice?
Probably PNC Park. It's a beautiful stadium.
If you could take a skill from any one of your teammates, what skill would it be?
Uh, Probably Tyler Kerlick's hitting.
Okay. Got some good contact. You want the contact or you want the pop?
Probably the pop. You know, I'm a contact hitter right now, so having some pop would be pretty nice.
Little bit extra pop in it. If we were to line up all the baseball players on the Boardman Spartans on the foul line and tell them to run to the other foul line, who's winning the race?
I'd like to say myself, probably.
Oh, you taking the crown? I like it. I
Yeah,
like
I'm
when
I'm
players.
taking the crown on that one.
All right, now if we're doing home run derbies, who's winning that one?
Probably Landon Whippo. Landon
Okay.
Whippo for sure. He's a monster.
If we were throwing 100 pitches across the plate looking for best contact, who's winning that?
Grayson Eicher.
Who's the funniest on the team?
Funniest on the team. Probably Mason.
Okay. Who's the
Yeah.
loudest, best trash talker in the dugout?
Best Ivan Rudiak, 100%. 100%. He
What's
does
the
not care.
what is the best keep it PG piece of trash talk that you've heard someone fire at you?
Probably something about me playing basketball, honestly.
Do you I know you guys get the opportunity to play a couple night games throughout the
Yeah.
season sometimes too. Do you prefer the day games? Do you prefer the night games?
I like night games better. It's a better vibe, feels more like baseball.
Who's the most challenging pitcher you've ever faced off against?
Um, probably somebody from Fitch, probably Mason Petritis,
Yeah.
probably him. That's pretty
That's a
good.
that's a good one, no doubt. If you're looking at baseball gloves, I know they're that baseball players, they got to marry their glove too. It's got to be a perfect match. What's your perfect match glove?
I like custom gloves. So I customized the 44 Pro this year with my nickname on it and stuff like that. So
I love it. Okay,
yeah,
so you're in the world of customization. So if
yes.
we gave you the opportunity to customize a Boardman Spartans alternative uniform, any kind of look, color scheme that you want, what would that look like?
100% a black jersey
You
of
going
some sort.
solid black? You doing a pinstripe look? You doing are you doing any kind
Probably
of look?
solid black with probably a Spartan head on it somewhere, and then just number on the back.
Okay, okay, I like it. I like it. When you talk about someone that kind of motivates you, a role model in the sport too, whether it's college, whether it's pro, who's kind of a player you've looked at? I know you mentioned Neil Walker too. Is that someone you tried to emulate?
100%, yeah. When he was playing, he gave 100% all the time. That's what I try to do.
When you talk about a motivational quote or some quotes that you use kind of to pump yourself up, do you have any of those in the bank?
The talent beats hard work, but whatever that one is,
Yeah,
the hard
yeah,
work beats talent, but yeah, whatever that one is.
yeah. I know what you that
Yeah.
hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I
Yes.
know what you mean.
Yes. Yeah.
When you're in the dugout, what's your favorite snack?
Um, fruit snacks.
Any kind of brand? Any specific
The
brand?
Welch's berries and cherries ones, the purple and pink ones.
Only the
Yeah.
best around, no doubt, no doubt. If in terms of advice that you would give to some younger players, some of the freshman players, some of the youth players that are obviously going to be looking up to you guys too, what's some advice you'd give to them?
Go 100% all the time. Even if you're not the best player, not the best hitter, pitcher, any of that, if you work hard, then you'll get there.
And lastly, I want to give you the spotlight now, Caden, to kind of shine it on anybody else you want to, anyone that's been there for you along the way, been there with you on this journey to, anyone you want to give some shout out and some love to.
My family, my friends, my teammates, coaches, teachers, everyone's that helped me to get to the position I am today.
Well, Caden, we're wishing you the best of luck on the diamond this season. I know it's exciting and there's a lot of anticipation as we gear up for opening day. We'll be seeing you out there on the field real soon.
Thank you.